What's up, guys? Here to give my review on UFC 102. Overall, this was actually a really good show. It passed my expectations. I thought this wasn't a really good card, but boy was I wrong. I was really only looking forward to maybe 2-3 fights, but a lot of other people thought this card wasn't good, but I thought it was one of the best this year, and most of the fights, or all the fights, delivered. So I'm just going to give my review on it and a quick plug at the end of the video, or maybe my next video, I don't know. But anyways, Brandon Vera versus Krzysztof Sosinski. This was a pretty good opener, like usual with Brandon Vera. I think he has good fights most of the time. It was really back and forth between them. Really, I think Brandon Vera I think Krzysztof was a little bit better in this fight just because of the strikes. But at the end, Brandon Vera comes back in the second round, third round, and he wins by unanimous decision, 20-37. So, overall good fight, good opener, and that's all I really got to say about that fight. But overall, it was a good fight. Next fight was Chris Lieben versus Jake Rosholt. This was an excellent fight. But Chris Lieben had a lot of head kicks but most of the time Josh blocked them, so they didn't really do much except for this one time he actually hit him really good in the chin, but he still wasn't knocked out from that. But I think it was like at the end of the second or third round, I think it was the second round, Chris Lieben got caught by a chokehold. I'm pretty sure it was a triangle, not a triangle choke, but a triangle arm hold or something like that. Basically choked him out, and at the end of the fight, he started having a little seizure. He's like shaking and shit. Like when you get unconscious, some people start shaking. He basically had a small seizure, just to say that. But Josh wins by a chokehold at the end of the second round. It was a very good fight. Both guys, Chris Lieben, I wanted him to win this, but what could he do? Good fight. So overall, has two good fights so far. Nate Marquardt versus Damian Maia, and wow. Nate Marquardt won in 41 seconds. I think it was 41 seconds of the first round. Basically, just came in there, basically sized him up, laid a big punch on his chin, and it was over. He knocked him out by one punch, basically. And man, Anderson Silva was there. He was applauding. So maybe Nate Marquardt hit Anderson Silva now. But that was a good 41-second knockout. I love to see flash knockouts like that. Good for Nate Marquardt. Hope to see Anderson Silva in him. Damian Maia, not so much, but hey, whatever. The next fight, another fight that almost was the same, I think. Keith Jardine versus Thiago Silva. Basically, Keith Jardine, he went for a few leg kicks at the beginning. It was pretty good until he got caught by a few strikes in the face. I think it was the second. Sorry if it was second. I think it was the beginning of the second round. He basically came in and tried to punch him. Thiago Silva knocked him down, started punching him in the face. The referee stopped it pretty fast. Keith Jardine thought it was a little too fast, but I thought it was, it was okay. But he basically knocked him out by strikes to the face, and Keith Jardine loses. No disrespect for Keith Jardine, but I don't really like the guy. I never did. People that like him, they like him. Most of my friends don't like him either. I don't like him. So he loses. So it was an okay fight, but I guess Thiago Silva's, I don't know, he's just really good. Like he knows what he's doing. Like Keith Jardine came in there, he seemed like he was overconfident a little bit, but in the end he gets knocked out. So hey, the main event, Randy Couture versus Nogueira. Just watch this fight right now. It went all 3 rounds. The first round, the first round was pretty even to me until Randy Couture almost got caught by a choke in I think it was the second or first round. It was really close. Like he barely got out of it, and the crowd started cheering. I started cheering, and basically it went from that. Randy Couture got a lot of quick strikes in there, but it didn't do that much to Nogueira. And then first round ends. Second round, some of the same stuff happens. Back and forth between them. And basically, Randy Couture had him on the ground. He was punching him, and all of a sudden, Nogueira turns him over. He starts punching him, and then they get up and start punching again. Third round is basically the same thing. Like, they just started battling. None of them got knocked out. No submissions. Even though Randy Couture got caught so many times in this fight, but it still never happened at the end. But overall, Nogueira was better in this fight because of the takedowns and a lot of the strikes. Randy Couture had a few strikes in here, but they didn't really do much. And a lot of the time, he could have got knocked out or could have tapped. But overall, it was a good fight, good pay-per-view. Surprisingly, it was one of the best I've seen this year. Not saying a lot because there was quite a few good ones. But Nogueira wins, unanimous decision. And yeah, Randy Couture is obviously disappointed. I was kind of disappointed too because he came off a loss against Brock Lesnar, obviously for the title, and obviously Nogueira came off the loss with Frank Mir. So one of these guys had to win. If Randy Couture lost, I thought he'd retire. So maybe he says he's not retiring, so he's probably not going to retire. Nogueira is obviously going to keep going. So yeah, both these guys will be back hopefully. And yeah, that's my quick review on UFC 102. And yeah, that's about it. Overall good show. If you haven't watched it, check it out. Peace.